got to do one more thing. Oh wait, I should be able to share this myself here. If not, I do need to share this to Rail City RC addicts. Oh hey, look at that. Just clicking it. Boom. That should be fixed now. Alright. So I did forget one main thing. I'll be right back. Had to get me tea. So I decided I wanted to find somewhere to put my tea. There we go. I decided I wanted to do this the night before the Rail City Scale Points Challenge, just so that we can cover a few things. Anybody who is going is actually paying attention right now, kind of gets a little bit of a heads up on a few things. Oh, you can barely even see that up there. It's actually like a vinyl about that big, but it looks like tiny right up there. So yeah, we can go over a few things, like for example, the rules, a few of the things to do with like the whole season long, the reason for adding a prize now, hopefully to each event, so that it's not just taking home the points that you don't even use till the end of the season. You'll actually get a little bonus. It might only be something small, it might be big. Really depends on my printing ability. Right now, this printer right here is down. The extruder gear has worn again. Now, I've replaced that once before. One moment, please. Yeah, so I've replaced that gear before and shifted it to get a new spot, believe it or not. Plastic, PLA, polylactic acids, can actually eat through a brass gear. And it's just like a pinion gear, really. You just put it on the same way once you've taken the stock one off and replaced it. So yes, the Rail City Scale Points Challenge, in part by Good Store. So that was the thing I forgot. I wanted to, this is your tech cards for running. I've actually still got to split them in the middle here. In case John has tuned in. No, John, I have not yet done that yet. Let's see, live chat. Should be on here somewhere, but I don't get to see it, I suppose. So if you're chatting it up, I can't see nothing. Anyhow, these tech cards, you'll be given those when we kind of do our driver's meet, or before the actual hitting the trail. You'll fill them out with the date, the driver, the truck, and the only thing not on here is time, but the judge will write your time on here. And the time it takes you to run the course will be your total time plus any infraction. So if you hit a cone, that's 2 seconds added onto your time. If you like a cone, a gate, it's something you're not supposed to. If you're out of bounds when you shouldn't be, that's 2 seconds off or onto your time, right? Because the more time you take, that's not good. You have a rollover. Now that's your basic. Your truck is on a, say you're on your side hill, and you roll. If you can actually roll back onto your wheels, the judge will roll your truck back onto your wheels, and it stays there, and you can work your way out of it. That's good. But if your truck has to be repositioned so that it doesn't keep rolling over every time it's put on its wheels, then that's a rollover or a repo, and that's John would know, it's like 7 seconds added. A rollover is 5 seconds added. So just drive quick, drive cool, but be methodical, because it helps. It's not always just about full throttle. Who am I kidding? So yes, that's pretty much the extent of the rules. Now the deal. What's the deal with the scale accessories? Well, we'll count 10 of them. If you have 10 legit scale accessories and not just, depends. We'll see when you tuck in, right? Like when your truck gets looked at. And if you still have all 10 of those accessories on your rig after you've done your run, that's 10 seconds off your time. That's a bonus. That means you've scaled up your truck quite a bit. Not scaled it up, that's a bad way to put it. That means you've taken some effort to put a scale appearance into your truck, and you did a good enough job that you actually kept that scale appearance through your whole run. That's a bonus. How's that? Right on the clipboard that John has provided. If you guys don't know John Highlands has been a huge contributor and kind of now working in partner with me on the Rail City Points Challenge, Scale Points Challenge. And it's been awesome having some help with us because it's getting bigger and bigger every time we do one. Last time was the introduction of the tech cards. This time is the introduction of, man, it looks like it's been in the back of a truck with a really bad driver. This might have been shipped through Swift Trucking. That's your first place prize right there. First place tomorrow takes home a chainsaw, gas can, 3-gallon gas can, an air tank, an air pig. See him in there? A Yeti cooler, and a actual wood PLA canoe paddle for canoes. If you have to need a canoe one day, it also just looks cool with all the rest of your outdoor gear on the back. Now, there's some other things I actually wanted to show you guys in this live stream as well. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I should really be mentioning about the scale points competition. If you're roughly concerned what the rules are, I'm kind of trying to loosely base it off of the Rude Boys out west in Alberta. They do the actual TTC. I mean, not the actual, I mean, there's a lot of different tough truck competitions that are going on all over. And they have a pretty fair set of rules established out in the Crazy Joe's Rude Boys tough truck competition. It's a pretty good comp. They got a fair set of rules. Now, the main ones that come to mind if somebody say, okay, well, what legit are the rules for this one? You gotta have a ladder frame truck. We would like to not see 2.2s on the truck because that's quite the fair advantage. And if you do show up with 2.2s and you want to compete, you'll have to just wait till everybody else has run. We'll modify the course so it's more appropriate for the tires you decided to bring, almost like a separate class truck altogether. And that's why they run classes. Let's see, what else is there for rules? We're not really strict on rules, are we? Ladder frame truck, more scale appearance, the better. Honestly, because I got scale points tokens that will be added into the championship at one point. I just figured I don't want to spring it on you guys and all of a sudden start handing tokens to guys that have already worked into their scale appearance on their trucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know a better way to explain that. So this is why I need somebody else to come on the live stream with me, because I need moments to think. Making an effort to get more notice out for each of these events as well. More notice is good for you guys so you can plan to be out there ahead of time, at least a week. I figured a week. There will be a bigger event that's not really points related. You can come and earn some series points, but if we can get somebody to sponsor a really cool prize for first place, I want to have an actual comp for people that just want to come out one time, not worry about trying to earn points through a season, and have it at the crawler course, because the crawler course is coming along pretty good. Those of you who've been there, you know this. So is there anything else that we should be covering about tomorrow meetup? I'm going to try and be there for 11:30, so if anybody wants to pick up some scale accessories, they can do so. Oh, Cody, if you're watching, I did use these. Okay, these are not just pretty to look at. These are actually functional. I'm doing some painting of a couple trucks right now, and I've used these to prop the cab up on 4 of them, so it gets it up high enough that I can get the right angles, make sure I'm getting down the rockers, you know what I mean? So that's why they've got the white-ish appearance on there now. I think it looks cool. It makes them even more realistic. And then I, of course, touched up the red. Okay, well, I showed you a scale accessory. I'll go on with that. Oh, no, no, one more thing. In case any of you watch this or are watching this are going to be coming out for the first time or even thinking of coming out. I mean, this is only May. We still have June, July, August, September, November, October. Partway into October is where we're going to draw the line. These are your first place. Well, not first place. This is a 5 point, right? These are the 3 point silvers. And the bronze. I was like, the bronze. Well, you know what? It's still a point. And I also have some epic fix. So if something happens, you break your truck, but you still manage to finish your line, then fix your truck and compete in the next line, because there'll be 2 separate courses we're doing, right? You probably will earn yourself an epic fix badge, just to show that you finished where you broke, you fixed, and you kept going. That's cool stuff right there. Cool beans. Yes, I have lots of tokens, so a lot of people do happen to show up and want to start taking part in the competition. We've got a lot of tokens here. So some of the other things 3D printed. The kegs. Why did my chat never open? Show me chat. I don't get chat. Come on. Hang on a second. Bear with me. They're just gonna throw a commercial in, isn't it? Wow, why does that look so res? Low res. A stock TRX4, how will that fend on the course? Well, TRX4 is a pretty capable truck out of the box. A lot of people think that I'm not into TRX4, and it's just because I never had the opportunity to pick one up for myself. I have seen TRX4s perform amazing out there. Cody runs a TRX4. Jordan runs a TRX4. There's a few guys in our regular runners that run them, and they do pretty good. You do want to look into doing some weight, adding some weight down low, like with any rig. Once you start balancing it out and getting, just a little more front end heavy, not extremely, because you don't want to be echoing when you go downhill. But stock TRX4, yeah, you should do absolutely fine. And if you've got some driving experience behind you as well, sometimes those trucks can be an advantage over some others. Against Gladiator, I'd say 50-50 between those two. They're good trucks, both equally good trucks. On our crawler course, well, if you follow the directions on one of the events that we posted to get out there, it's off of, you park at Dan Patterson's and you follow the old Highbury cuts. You go underneath the Highbury Bridge, follow that trail. You won't miss it. If you're looking off in the distance, you should see it when you hit the trail and you start going uphill. Trust me, it's out there. It's absolutely free for anybody to use. It's not an official course or anything yet, though I'm trying. I still gotta get another email off to KCCA, the Conservation Authority responsible for those trips. So if we can get it a legit thing, that'd be really cool. And nobody can say that, oh, you built all that crap for nothing. We don't really build, we're just using what's already there. So yes, scale accessories. Of course, you guys know the coolers. These do open. You can put things in them like you would a real cooler. You need things to put in. Well, I got things. Here's something I've never shown anybody yet, because I just got finished it. I haven't had a chance. I'm working on doing scale drivers, and this Sheila here, she's built. Look at those shoulders, man. She don't even need a jack. She'll just lift the truck up. And the legs are kind of wonky, but it's the way that the print worked. It's the way the person designed it. It's a bit more of a low-end driver, but I mean, if you're just looking for somebody to fill the spot, it's a driver, I guess. You guys might have seen these guys. This is Crazy Ricky. These are actually pretty cool scale drivers based off of Rick Grimes from, you know, that TV series. Lots of point of adjustability. Even the knees, there's like 2 different points there so that you can actually get them sitting proper in the truck. I call him Crazy Ricky because look at those eyes. Don't mess with this guy. Right? And then this one here, the person who had this guy ordered hasn't recontacted me yet, and I'm hoping he does. This is actually so far the best scale driver that I've done so far. Like, look at that goatee. Look at those eyebrows. He has no eyeballs yet because I didn't want to make him look crazy. Let's get the red shoes to match the coat. Like, this guy is pimped. You can almost just take a little toothpick with some white paint, put a little swoosh on there. Maybe you want the Adidas stripes. I don't know. You know who you are. If you still want them, let me know. If not, I gotta put them up for sale because it's one of those months, right? So, what else do I got? Scale accessories. You seen the kegs. Yeah, these hoses are flexible, so you can actually have your guy sitting on his tailgate with the keg beside him and the hose in his hand. And if he's drinking a keg by himself, he's gonna need one of these eventually. These here, I want to make a new batch from. I've got one left. It's a milk crate and a pail for $5. That's pretty cheap. And if you're doing scale garages, this is your oil catch pan for your car and you're doing your oil changes. Hank Hill would be proud. Propane, but no, I don't have any propane accessories. Another chainsaw. This is the last chainsaw I currently have made other than the one I have set aside for G. You'll take him tomorrow. Which one? Here's Shock and Awe. Is that Zach? How come I can't even read that from here? Alright, this my computer screen's over here and I can't see the chat on the phone. So Gribble. I don't think I understand what you mean. Oh man, if I could find a file to print a scale Dale Gribble to print out, oh crap. He'd be driving all my trucks. Well, if that's Nate, I'll bring him for you. Or sorry, not Nate, Zach. Why do I always get those 2 names mixed up? But if not, I can print more drivers. These are just the ones that I have done, and Zach did record that one personally. But I can do more. I actually have one that's about 3/4 done. He's got an orange coat. Almost looks like he's wearing a safety vest. I have all the Hank Hill, Bill Delafondo Treve, Gribble, and freaking Boomhauer. But if you had the scale Boomhauer, it's just gonna look like a scale Cletus. You do realize that. A couple more accessories to share with y'all. Scale fishing rod, right? Up until now, I've never actually put this in the truck. But if you're out trailing and you want some photo ops, what about putting your driver on the tailgate? Have like a little elastic or something so you can have that held in his hand and just have him chilling there. Keg hose in one hand, fishing rod in the other, on the tailgate, Come on, that's an epic pick. Epic pick. I might just do that. I have to make the tailgate function on at least one of my trucks to do it, but I got things in the works. These here, they're different. Absolutely nobody's showing interest in these yet. I actually like them. Once they age a little bit, this bronze is gonna look almost like a rusted metal. I don't know if that's gonna show up reverse because it is a live stream, but trust me, they're oriented in the proper direction. RC addicts. Because we are Rail City RC addicts. Keep in mind, I didn't come up with the name RC addicts. It is a name that is used all over the States. There's some places, there's 2 RC addicts in Brazil. Yes, Brazil. They got quite the scene down there. You want to see some scale trucks. Over in Europe, there's RC addicts. Out Western Canada, there's RC addicts. There's a lot of us out there. Yeah, scale Cletus McFarlane. You know, I wanted to build a scale Leroy one time, and you can't really go about the route you're thinking of. This would be a custom job right from the start, and having one of these 3D printers would be sure handy. I may take on the task if I can find the right looking chassis, and then change a few of the things like the roll cage, the roll bar setup, and everything, the overhead hoop. And then you gotta have those turd skis sticking up right up in the front, and have probably, like, if it was 10 scale, put an 8 scale motor in just so it moves like Leroy. Yeah. And then if you got a scale Cletus to go in it, you gotta get his new jumpsuit. It looks like overalls, but it's a fire suit. It's really badass. So what else? What else? Oh yeah. Everybody knows quite a few guys got these and they're holding out pretty good under the back of their trucks. Yep, scale danglers. So your truck can give it a dangle too. This is actually kind of cool, you know. If I do up this, what would you guys think if I did one of these scale pallets full of scale accessories each time we did a comp? And then first place would always have something to take home that day. Oh, we got the trophy, by the way. We got the main part of the trophy, and I've come up with something that I'm doing for the topper on it. Sitting next to you, the trophy should be about this tall off the ground. Keep in mind, I'm in like a regular just chair here, but that trophy's gonna be about this tall off the ground, and it's gonna be something worth showing off to all your friends. But for now, I think this can about do it for live stream. If you guys actually have tuned in, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I don't do very many live streams. When I hit a certain amount of subscribers, I got the super chat and the extra buttons and all that stuff. And I don't really use them because, yeah, it's just a live stream. It's not like I'm doing a bunch of fancy editing. It's not like I've gone out and prepped somewhere that we're going to be running like a course. It's just a live stream, you know. I'll leave it up. I'll leave it on the channel if you guys want to tune in maybe tomorrow morning before the run, or somebody wants to just tune in so they can hear about the competition. It's there. Right now, it's the only ongoing series, like a scale point series here in southwestern Ontario. As long as I live in the area, I'm always going to do this each and every year. 2023 is actually shaping up to be I've come up with some really good ideas that I can't really introduce partway through a season. So 2023 is already being thought about, put it that way. So get in on this season right now so you get familiar with it and know some of these locations. You just come out and have fun, meet a lot of these drivers. We got a lot of good drivers who spend a lot of time on their trucks. And it's been really cool getting everybody together and meeting a lot of these different drivers and trying to learn some of the stuff that they've done that I've never thought about doing with my rigs, or even like some of the driving styles too. Take John Islands for example. This is his first year of RCing, but that guy has some real full scale, like full size seat time in some of the most treasured wheeling spots in North America. That goes a long ways, and watching some of the ways he approaches some things, some of the way he tackles some of the courses is really cool. it's also been really cool watching some of the first year drivers, like Cody. I'm not sure if this is exactly Cody's first year, but that guy has come a long way in a short amount of time, whether he knows it or not. Uh, and like watching the things they've built. Robert of the Forest City Crawlers. Yes, there you go. Shout out to the Forest City Crawlers. He's built some pretty cool things so far. And the 6x6 tow truck. I'm not sure if that ever made it into the video or not, or if the footage was too dark. But that was pretty cool to see. And kind of curious to see what he builds down the road. Anyways, hope you all have a good night. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. Those 2 viewers that are showing up on here. Appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.